Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and I am going to show you today how I make my graphic inspired waterfall folio. So this is what I showed in the last video, but I've made, I don't know, I think like 4 or 5 of these now. And I also showed actual graphic 45s folio, which again, it's looking like everybody is sold out. I don't know if you can find more. Last I did check was on a cherry on top, and they had some. And again, I think Amazon. I will double check when I post this, and if I can find it, I will link it. But you can make one your own. So this is what the graphic 45 one looks like again. So mine is a little bit different. The book is 7.5 by 7.5, and I want to say it was slightly off when I actually finally got one and measured it, but maybe not. Yeah, this is not 7.5. So, but that's what they have on their title, 7.5 by 7.5 with the 1.5 inch in between. So I do have, my cover is 7.5 inches, so you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard that are 7.5 by 7.5. And then I like to, on my trifolds, I like to do this side a little bit shorter so that it doesn't hit when it folds up. So, you know, this one is fine right now, but you see how it's kind of, I don't know, it goes at an angle. So I just like to give a little bit of room. I'll just show you mine. So mine is 7.25 by 7.5. So again, you'll need 2 pieces of chipboard, 7.5 by 7.5, and then 1 piece that is 7.5 by 7.25 if you want to make it like mine. So then theirs opens up like this, which I have done this style as well. So they have 2 different waterfalls, and then they have 1 page here. And I just want to show you guys, I don't know if you can see it, but the construction of theirs, they do their page with just 1 little hinge. So they just add an extra 1/2 inch on theirs, and that's their hinge for their page. I do mine like we do the rest of our albums. So totally up to you how you want to do it. This seems faster, but I don't know, I get nervous that it won't stay, but that's just me. So you could do this however you want to. You could do the waterfalls like this. You can add a waterfall to here. You can add a different straight pockets on here. You do not get an insert with this page. I make one. So I've made one that goes all the way down. I've made one that sticks out. I've made one with a little, like little graphic 45 tag on the top of it. So totally up to you. So have fun with it, but I will just get started on how I do mine, and you can do yours however you'd like. So in this video might be in 2 parts. I apologize, but if it goes too long, I will not be able to do it all in one video. Okay, so 12 by 12, you're going to need 3 pieces. You're going to cut them down to 9.5 by 12 inches. So that way, again, if the chipboard is 7.5, I always try to do 1 inch. Again, you don't have to. If you only had 8.5 by 11, you could make it work with 8.5 by 11 and only have a 1/2 inch on the edge. I just like to have that good room for it to really be secure, you know, over time. So what we're going to do is just, we're going to score first. I like to give myself a little just guide, and everybody does this different, so this is just me. I just score 1 inch on one side, and then I rotate it, do it again, and then I have just my little guide of where I'm going to place my chipboard, and I will do that on all 3 just on the long side. So like that, 1 inch. So again, these are 3 pieces that are 9.5 by 12. And I am gonna cut some of it off, but that's what we're gonna start with. Now, if you do like I do, I actually have the, I think it's 11 by 17. So I don't need 3 pieces. I just need my 11 by 17, which I cut down to 9.5 by 17. And then I have a second piece of that and I could just tack it on, or the 11 by 17 and you could do like a 8.5 by 11 sheet cut down to what you need. So just, you know, options. I do like to, anything to save time. That's what I do. So that's why I like having that cardstock on hand for these longer projects. And I haven't tried, Tamara from Country Craft Creations has came up with a new way to do albums. I haven't tried it on this folio yet. I did it on one of my other ones and I just have to figure out how to do it better because I didn't like how I did it. So I'm just doing the regular method for this. But if you've been using Tamara's method, feel free. Okay, so I'm going to, like I always do, just kind of place my paper. Gives me a guide if I know that I'm going to do a 1/2 inch over with this paper. So I'm just lining it up with that 1/2 inch mark down here. Done. And then burnish that down, and then we're going to do it again with the score tape. You can use glue. Totally up to you. I just like to, for at least my covers, I go back and forth. I do both. And sometimes in tutorials I'll use the glue because it's faster, but I like to use score tape for sure on my covers. That's just me. We're going to flip this. Let me see. Okay, I wanted to make sure you guys can actually see what I'm doing because I do that a lot. And then again, just lining it up on my mat so I can see where the 1/2 inch mark is. And it doesn't have to be, you guys hear me say this all the time, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you see me trying to line it up so it is. Because I'm just crazy like that. And most of the time it's not, but I try. And then we'll burnish that down. Okay. So then we have this really long sheet. So like I said, you're not going to need all this third one. We just needed a little bit. So I am going to show you, okay, let me set this down. I've had a couple people ask before. So on my back, I love my big roll of score tape. I try to find it at a discount when I can. But it just makes me feel better. And you could buy the sheets too, but I like this. So for my chipboard, I literally just lay it down just kind of as a guide. Doesn't have to be perfect, Tiffany. I just take my knife and then I will, and it's really perfect. That's a, I think that's 6 inches. Usually I get 6. Let me see. Yeah. So when I do like my 6x6 albums, that's like the perfect size. And then I just add some other size. So this is 1 inch. And I do like to have it fully covered. It's just me. I don't like any bubbles. None of that. So we might have to do just me showing you guys how to do the cover first and then coming back for a part 2 to finish, because I do have a doctor's appointment for my son that I'm gonna have to, it's a Zoom call with the transplant team. So yes, I really should be doing a vlog just on my crazy day-to-day life. It's insane, but I'm sure everybody's is. Okay, so just, I have to like tilt it because the camera stand on this table is on the side, but I'm just using this as my guide. I have the bump part up and just putting it down. Okay, and I did not bring my 1/8 inch tape up with me, so we are just going to go with this. Let's see how I do. Oh my gosh. So we have our 7.5 We want this 7.5 by 7.5, and then we are going to have the 1 by 7.5. Oh, I didn't say that. So for your spine pieces, you need 1 1/4 by 7.5 and 1 by 7.5. And then it's gonna lay out like this. So hopefully you guys can kind of see, you know, what that's gonna look like. So again, when I'm doing these trifolds and they're different sizes, I lay them out so I know, you know, not to put down the wrong one. Okay, so we're just gonna eyeball this, but usually I have my 1/8 inch tape that I put in there. You can use, you know, 2 pieces of chipboard as a shim, but we're just gonna wing it. Okay, so putting that down, I want that just a little bit over. I definitely like it better with my tape. Giving me anxiety. I don't know if you guys can hear, but my son just got here for the Zoom call, and my dog is going crazy with excitement. She just loves the kids. Okay, so we have this down like so. And then I'm telling you guys, this is my favorite folio album project right now. It's just, it's easy and fast, and you still get a lot of pictures in there. I'm just loving it. So thank you, G45. I'm not sure, I know there's like a ton of things happening, like, you know, overseas with shipment and things being made. So I don't know if that's part of it, but I know that it's not on their website anymore. So we're just gonna stick this down. Okay, and then, so see all the excess? You could put it in your chipboard for time purposes. I'm just gonna, again, just kind of cut off about 1 inch. I can already tell I did a little more than 1 inch, but it's okay. Okay, so we have this here, and then I just wanted to share, again, I've showed this before, so for those that aren't comfortable cutting their corners, I think on the last video I didn't really show like what it was called. You can use this if you want to. I don't, but you can. So, and I always use it when I start out on this mark here, and you literally just, you know, I'll just show you. Let me see if I can get a pen. So, and it gives you a perfect cut every time. So you can do it and then just cut that like that. But again, we're just going with it. So we're gonna take our 1 inch, for me, that's what I like to use. Oh my gosh, this is so long. Okay, you guys are just gonna have to imagine you see the whole thing right now. Okay. That side, the long side. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish the cover before the call. But I really wanted to get this out for you guys. Okay, and we're gonna put this down right there. Now we are gonna burnish that all down. Get it so it's nice and good with a nice good stick. And Okay, and then we're going to cut off the corners. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I was crafting this past weekend, I literally kept messing up on my corners, and I would have to just kind of fix it a little bit. So I might do that again, but you know. Our motto is just go with it. Okay, so we are going to bend that over. Give it a nice little bend as I hit the camera. Again, just working those fibers. And this is mainly why I think Tamara came up with her new method, was because for these really long folios, so you don't have this gigantic thing, her format is in separate pieces, which is really awesome. And then it lays flat really nicely. So we're just going to bend that baby over like that. We have a nice, good press. Do the other side. Are you guys getting dizzy yet? Bend that over and take it all the way. Just make sure, yep, there good. So I'm going to do that one more time. All the way over. Okay. Oopsie. Making all kinds of crazy noises here. I still laugh at when I watch everyone else's videos. They're all peaceful and serene, and like you're at a spa. And there's mine. It's like, ah! Sorry. That's pretty much how my days go. So again, I just folded those corners in, bring that down, have a nice good stick, and we're gonna take this out. Oh, and I don't know how people do it. These lights are so hot. Ooh. I have lots of hair, so it just gets really hot. Okay, then this goes down. And we have our cover complete on the outside. Hold on just 1 second. Let me check. What time is it? Okay, sorry. Had to do a quick time check. I should have had that in here, but I have a few more minutes, so I think we can do the page. So, if I can find it. So I do have, for right here, I have a piece that is 4 by 7 3/8. There are people that like to cover the whole thing. You go for it. I personally just feel it's a waste of paper for me. I just grab scraps. It doesn't even have to be this big. It just has to at least come over here, you know, and really give this good coverage. So for me, I have a piece that's 4 by 7 3/8, so just a little bit smaller than the album. And then the hinge for our one page is 5 by 7 3/8, and then I score it at 2, 2.5, and 3. So I did already score that. So we are going to put our tape on there. See if I can do this in 5 minutes. Oh, the pressure. So this is going to be what is on the bottom, since I have the writing on that. And then on this side, it's going to be where we're going to put our page. So I did a 1/4 inch tape just to give me a little leeway, because I hate it sometimes when you use the 3/8. You don't want your page to go all the way down, because it'll hit over time. And then sometimes you see the actual tape, so I don't like that. So we're using 1/4 inch tape. I don't know why I had to say 1/4. I was gonna say 1/4 inch and a 1/4. Oh, the comedy show's already started. Okay, so we're just gonna fold this up. This is going to be our hinge for our one-page wonder. So we have, let me just burnish that really good. See, I know now I'm trying to hurry and I'm going to definitely mess something up. So just creasing that down. I like to miter the corners outside in. So we have that. And that is going to go right there. I'm just going to miter mine just a little bit more because I just want to make sure that the page fits good on that. Okay, so now we are going to put our tape down. And again, this could be glue, totally up to you what you want to use. I have all the sizes. I definitely love my score tape. Okay, I'm trying to scoot this closer so you guys can see. Who knows? I'll probably have to do this video over because I probably missed something or messed up something. Whatever. Okay. Let's see, get this off. Okay, so we have that, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the edge. Need to fill this bottle back up. And I do get my glue from Country Craft Creations. It's art glitter glue. And I always stock up in the summer times / fall. Because you don't want to get this glue in the winter because it shouldn't be shipped in cold temperatures. Okay, so I probably should have did this first. We're just going to, yeah, you guys are going to have to let me know if I need to do a new video on this. Definitely are going to have to let me know. Okay, so I am just, and you can mark if you want it like totally centered. It does not have to be centered. It could be off-centered because of how the trifold folds up totally. Again, your call. So we have that one down. Then we are going to do this, and we are done with the cover. And then the next video will show how I did the pocket, the page, and the flaps. All the waterfalls and flaps. I'm telling you guys, you gotta make it. It's so cute. It's easy, but still holds a ton of pictures. You can make a couple out of one collection. I love it. Okay, so we have our tape down. We are going to glue around the edges again. And this is just to cover this up. I'm going to add my glue into the seam there as well. Okay. You don't have to have a ton of glue. Just enough to keep it down and not bubble up. How is that for your guys' eyes? Okay, so we have the Waterfall Trifold Folio / album, because there is one page. Just saying. But our graphic inspired Waterfall Trifold cover is complete, and we will come back for part 2. So stay tuned. I will have a part 2 for you. I'll have to, yep, got those. So here is the start of it. Okay, see you in part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye.